Here's a warning in advance. I get preseason doesn't matter, but when a guy barely has any college film and hasn't truly been a starter yet, what else am I supposed to look at? Anyway, the 49ers are looking to have a stacked roster with enough talent to be playoff contenders. I mean, this team was literally in the Super Bowl only like 3 years ago versus the Kansas City Chiefs in a tightly contested battle where the 49ers were leading 21-10 going into the fourth before allowing 3 straight TDs and essentially choking the lead away. And I'm pretty sure these guys were in the NFC Championship game, like 8-9 months ago, where they were 3 points short of a second Super Bowl in 3 years, at least second Super Bowl appearance. Yet, again, those guys would hold a solid 17-7 lead heading into the fourth before gagging and ending up losing 17-20. I'm guessing that they think Trey Lance is going to be the guy that gets them over the hump to that elusive Super Bowl ring. Although this dude has barely had any in-game experience since the high school, compared to his peers, of course. With the fact that Trey's only played 19 games in 3 years at college, that doesn't even take into account the fact that Trey went to North Dakota State, which is in the Missouri Valley Football Conference, where competition is not as high as the comp in major conferences like the SEC, Pac-12, Big 10, Big 12, ACC, where a majority of NFL quarterbacks come from. You know what other NFL QB had very little college experience before getting drafted? Mitchell Trubisky. And how did that turn out for Chicago? Just saying. I mean, yeah, I know it's not Trey Lance's fault that he barely played in college, with Trey redshirting his freshman year and only playing like 2 games before going absolutely bonkers in 2019, leading the Bison to the 2020 NCAA Division I football championship game and playing 16 games. That was like his one and only season in college. But it was great. It was great. And then in Trey's junior year, COVID happened, where North Dakota was only able to scrap together like 1 game for Trey Lance to start in. It didn't get better for Trey, playing time-wise, when he made it to the league, because he was instantly benched for Jimmy G, understandably. And before we continue, make sure to like the video and subscribe, because it kind of sort of helps. I said subscribe. Okay, thank you. Anyway, back to the video. In Trey's rookie season, Lance had a record of 1-1 during the 6 games that he played in and 2 games that he started in. Lance ended up having a god-awful QBR of 33.4 and throwing 2 interceptions, though there was a bit of an upside that showed in this game, with Lance showing off his versatility in the passing and rushing game, as in the limited amount of playing time that Trey had, he ended up having 38 rushing attempts. The only other tape we had of Trey Lance playing in a live game as of recently would have to be this year's preseason. And in week 1 of the preseason, Trey would have 2 offensive drives, with the first drive ending in a 50-yard field goal by the legend Robbie Gould. The second ending with a touchdown drive, as Trey would go 4-5 out of completion-wise with 96 yards throughout the game. They wouldn't touch the field again until week 3 of the preseason, when the Niners went head-to-head versus the Texans, where Lance's performance dipped off just a bit, as in 3 drives he played in, the first 2 of those ended in punts, with Trey completing 3 passes and only managing to get 2 first downs in those first 2 drives combined. In his third and final drive before week 1 of the 2022 season, Trey had thrown a couple passes before turning the ball over on downs, ending the game with 7 out of 11 completions for 49 yards, which had to be so disappointing for Kyle Shanahan to see. I mean, I don't hate Trey, I just really think that Jimmy G is better and is good enough to keep his job. And the fact that he isn't a starter in today's league is absolutely mind-boggling, because Jimmy is better than half the starters right now. But what I'm assuming it is the fact that teams that are trying to win already have a QB, or just didn't want to have to carry on that massive contract that Garoppolo comes with. And teams that aren't trying to win wouldn't pick up a talented quarterback such as Garoppolo. You know what I'm saying? Now, with news coming out that 49ers and Shanahan failed to find a trade partner for Jimmy G and just decided to keep him, it's looking like, even though Shanahan likes Trey Lance's QB, it seems that, on the outside looking in at least, Trey doesn't get 100% of Kyle's trust. Because you have to remember, like I mentioned before, the 49ers are a playoff level roster with potential of reaching a Super Bowl. So why give the keys of a Ferrari to a dude who's got their license for a week. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, that's all I have to say about the situation. See you on the next one. Deuces. Bye.